The least.
We're talking about, yes.
So what offenses, some of the offenses that a business owner or a market trader or a shop owner would commit that would incur that least fine?
Okay. The law says any offense that is anti-consumer, that is against the spirit of protecting the consumer, even as much as selling an adulterated product, that you engage in sales of a product that is not supposed to be okay for the consumer. Okay, let me give you an example. I am here in Benin. Yesterday, I went around after my advocacy with the government, police, and others. I decided to also go in the streets. And I went to one of the major, supermarkets here. I saw one of the products that was on their shelf, and it was clearly written, made for China, not to be exported. Did you get that? What does that mean?
That product wasn't supposed to be there.
Oh. So these are, you see, but the issue is that the way I function is this. I want to open your eyes to the thing you are doing wrong. I also want to open your eyes to what the law says that you are doing and make you sign an undertaking. Like yesterday, I made them sign an undertaking. I don't need to start, bullying you, But I want you to, by yourself, if it is possible, you put the noose on your neck, and if you like, you close it. So that what we are trying to do is to make people fall in line. We are not out there to actually destroy or close businesses. No, because it will also be counterproductive. By the time you close businesses, the few that will remain would then drive up the prices. So what we want you to do is to fall in line and not to do it the way you want or the way you like. The truth is that, you see, we have also practiced some of these things for a long time. So we need to actually begin with a lot of advocacy and making people understand that these things are wrong.
All right, Mr. Uchegbu.
Competitive market. Are you getting my point?
Yes, Mr. Uchegbu, but please, you just have to hold on now. We have a short commercial. When we return, we continue with the conversation.
All right.
Stay on the line for us.
Thank you.
Nigeria.
Drop your opinions, respond to the question there. Price enforcement raid by the FCCPC, is it ideal? Some people believe that, well, there are many other factors that could contribute to why the price of food is going up, even though the naira is now gaining against the dollar. So, if that's the case, what would be the yardstick to say, well, we have to check these prices? Well, let us know what your thoughts are about this on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. You can also use the WhatsApp number 0809 030 6416. I will be taking questions from my guests shortly, but before we do that, let's come back to you, Mr. Uchegbu. So you were trying to tell us a few things before the commercial came on. If you don't mind concluding on that path first.
Okay, well, what we have been trying to let the public know is that for us in the FCCPC, all our interest is to ensure that our consumers are protected. And part of the protection of consumer is ensuring that prices are stable, they are competitive, and they are within at least the value of that particular product. But you see, many times our people don't also understand that this thing is in our hands as a consumer. If you buy something and you feel that it is overvalued, come and talk with me. We can discuss it. We can ask the person who sold it to give us his price of, his receipt of purchase. So these are because it is part of what happens in other climes. The prices of goods and services remain at it. Although it is a competitive economy, but then government must show some level of responsibility.
All right.
People don't run amok.
So how can we explain this? I'll give you a short experience I had. Now, I don't know whether, that's why I asked about the scope of this. There's the woman selling bole and fish somewhere, and she bought one ice fish, say 3,000 naira. And then she's selling, she come and she cuts it into 4 or into 3. And she's selling one part, maybe the head or the tail, 2,000 naira. And then you are like, madam, this is very expensive. How much did you buy the whole fish? And then you want to sell one part of the fish for 2,000, 1,500, Now, the question is, can such a business, now someone come to the FCCPC and say, I think this person is selling way above whatever price they bought this for? Does this cover that?
Well, you see, as far as his business in Nigeria is business, there was also a question you asked me earlier, which maybe I gave you a straightjacket answer because I said if convicted. You asked me sometime how much is the list of the fine, right?
Yes. And what the offense would be?
Yes. I said if convicted. So that we can also, because there's also a gazette of how to calculate a fine if the business is willing to negotiate, not going to our tribunal and then our tribunal give you, because if you go to our tribunal, if you are found guilty, you are going to pay how much it is. But in the issue of, you are saying, okay, I'm willing to, I have agreed I've done something wrong. We can, there is a system of calculation of fine that it won't get to that point. Now, what I'm trying to let you know is that in the area of calculation of the fine, you will also look at the value of the business, right? So that you don't close it, so that you don't do something to ensure that it's closed. No. So what I'm only trying to say is this: it's our interest covers every aspect of business in Nigeria. To answer your question directly,
so people can report any business that they see that perhaps prices have been inflated. They can report to the FCCPC.
Yes, but it doesn't mean that Okay, let me also let you know that woman that bought a catfish for 3,000 and she caught it and sells maybe 115. You remember that she also have other inputs, right? She hired that shade. She will buy for that fish to become sweet the way you want it. It will require spices. It will require other things. It will also require her time and things like that. So we will look at all those inputs. But so it doesn't mean that for anything that the price is not this 1 plus 1 equals to 2. No, it doesn't happen that way. I'm only trying to open your eyes to something. But there are still things we feel. Like when we had that issue of cement. You know, cement was just running amok from 3,000 to 4,000 to 5,000 to as much as 15,000. But the producers said that their off factory price was not more than 4,500. So how did that price drive to that point? It's the activities of the middlemen, the cartel. So these are the areas we are looking at. Such things, such people. Why are those things? You know, recently we investigated the cartel in the importation of generators. Recently also we investigated the cartel in the shipping line. The shipping lines in Nigeria. We found out that there was a form of cartelling amongst them, which is driving the prices of shipping costs, which eventually drives up the price of goods in Nigeria. So, many people may not know what we are trying to do. But what we are trying to do is to intervene in different aspects of the economy so as to drive down price. Like I said, it's not going to be an easy task. It's not going to be a storm in the teacup. It's something that will be gradual, but through advocacy, will also bring people to understand what we are doing.
All right.
But through what I say, people reporting or bringing information to us, it helps us. Like if you feel offended, if you feel that you've been cheated, if you feel that you've been swindled, please complain. I always say that our people like murmuring. They'll be in the house, if I complain, I want to come out of it. Complain first. Complain. And watch it.
All right.
We're out there, we're doing the best we can. But with your support also, we will achieve more.
All right, we would come to this complaint part of it and perhaps get the channels through which Nigerians listening from wherever they are and Rivers people can, file in their complaints. But before we do that, let's come to the phone lines and get the ones that want to complain to you now directly, so that you educate them, so you educate them properly and respond to some of the questions that they would have to ask. Quickly, you can call us now and join the conversation. It is 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. You can also call 0817-923-0007. I'll take those again. 0817-923-0007, 0817-923-0003, and 0817-923-0002. Please remember, straight to the question that you have or the contribution you want to make, and try as much as possible to be precise so that we say
in establishing these organization of monitoring the prices of goods in the country. I think it's a good one. But my worry is this: if we should be monitoring the prices of the commodities which the less privileged or the commoners are being used, how monitored are the commodities which is the major commodities in the nation, such as the cement building materials, and as well as the crude. I mean, the refinery issues. How are they trying to make some efforts in order to make sure that these goods will reach the common mass, that will warrant the goods and services in the streets to come to the minimal price which they are trying to enforce us on?
All right. Thank you very much. There's Ken. I think a very critical question. Robin from HA, you're next. I'm pretty sure my guest is taking notes, so your questions will be responded to.
Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning, Robin.
I'm greeting to our guest. I want to use this medium firstly to appreciate our guest. Like he kept on mentioning for the same time that we want to open our eyes. Opening the eyes is opening our ears. That is why I have been faulting those who have claimed that we don't have laws in Nigeria. An agency like this is there, and we are going through this pain. Thanks to God that they are waking up to responsibility. Because it's provided in the law. The ground which is Nigerian Constitution in chapter 2, in section 13, which is fundamental and direct implication of state policy. It shall be the duty and responsibility of all organs of government, of all authorities and persons, executive, legislative, judicial powers to conform to. They should go out to make sure they bring down this menace. If you have you seen product that is clearly written 50 naira on it by the manufacturer? But those who return, they will sell it as much as 100, 150, and nobody is doing anything. Like I said, we can always complain because we don't have the way we want to go to court. Let them try to make sure they stem down this madness in our society. Good morning and kudos to them.
All right, Isaiah from Buguma, good morning.
Yes, Andrew, good morning. Yes, I greet your guest also. Good morning. You see, Andrew, this commission, to an extent, Nigerians may be having the feeling that this commission is not working. Only they were sleeping for too long. And they slept to the point that in this country, when we keep hearing inflation going from one level to the extent Nigeria keeps happening, what are they doing by then? What are they doing? The whole thing in the market did not skyrocket to where it is from one day. It moved gradually from one stage. People, Nigerians are shouting, what are they doing? If this commission that is backed up by law in this country is in existence, what were they doing? Because they slept too long. Okay, now I will use this medium to tell them to go to Ghana, another country where there are stable of prices in the market. How do they come about it? How are they going about? What is the things that they put in place to make sure that this thing is working? And another thing, and let me tell you, they alone cannot do this thing. They should see how they are partner with state government and local government legislators so that people, the government at the grassroots and at the state level, will have enforcers that will assist them. That is one way.
All right, Isaiah, thank you.
The other thing is that they should see how they can talk to the federal government to see how this petroleum and refineries will be at work so that these things will come. Insecurity should stop. And
okay, Isaiah, thank you very much. Let's go over to Bori now. Leighton Barry, let's hear from you. Good morning.
Good morning, Andrew.
You're welcome.
Good morning to your guest. Yes, it is very important that we at least hear from this man and at listen to him. My first request is that first the factory owners should be approached first in this way to at least let them bring their price down first. Then secondly, the person
Leighton Barry, I think you would have to call us back. We go to Andoni now. Good luck is on the line.
Good morning.
Yes, go on.
What I want to say is that this FCCPC coming up now, well, let's not say it's too late. But my question is, where at this body. Because I think this body is under the Ministry of Industry and Trade. Where we are doing all this is that our industries have been failing and prices have been, inflation rate is not in control. Where we are there. If these people, I think if they are pushing up money, the issue of this our refinery will be coming out of this year. That is part of the problem that led to this inflation. We need to be like this. So what we have to do is at the ministry of this year. And what are they only going to do concerning the issue of our refinery? And the issue of this gas that the party which was even influenced in this country is now so high that Nigerians are now finding it very difficult to buy that. Yesterday, my friend went and bought rice. One cup of rice, 500 naira. So what are they doing? Are they just waking up from sleep now?
All right.
And all of them from their sleep.
All right, good luck. Thank you. So Peter from Iwafe, good morning.
Good morning, Siri Andrew. I think I like the discussion going on this morning. One thing the government need to do is that these factories, their prices, or the price of diesel they buy is high. Diesel currently now is 1,000 something per liter. So government need to bring down the price of diesel first. Because most of these factories that produces most of these things, produce cement, produce most of these things we eat, they use diesel. Then when they bring down the price of this diesel, then they can go to the market and enforce, make sure that people bring down their price. Road transport will just increase their price anyhow. Now there is no more 100 naira drop. If you pay 100 naira, it's 150. So they need to touch fuel and diesel.
All right.
If not, it will not work.
Thank you, Swapite. We'll take more calls. We'll take about 2 more calls at least, and then we come back to you as we conclude. This message says it's quite unfortunate that very sensitive agency as this that would have built trust in Nigerians as to price of goods and services is either doesn't do their jobs or know their jobs. Ogu Ojone Justice. Good morning. My question is, what will happen to the manufacturers, especially in the bread sector, if small stores sell high and you apprehend them? Definitely the blame game will get activated, blaming it on the producers and the producers blaming it on production cost to catch the big fish that will scare the small ones. What will be done in this case? Because even if you have a bread factory and you want to sell cheaper, the unions will not allow you do so. This is something that I've witnessed. Even in the petroleum sector for filling stations, it's similar. Some long time ago, I remember my father was caught up in that situation, wanting to sell at a certain price, and then the others are telling you, no, we are all selling at this price. Good morning, if you hear me. People are in a hurry to increase their price with their old stock. When the price is down, they would also be in a hurry to bring down their price. They should also be in a hurry to bring the prices down. They are just being wicked. That's it. Ibiso, you sent that message. Okay, let's hear from God's Time. God's Time is calling from Edo State. And then Aka Jehovah is next. But first, God's Time. Good morning.
Sir.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Sir, the government cannot help us to put things at a fixed price, like something like bread. And they'll say, okay, each bread will be like 100 naira. Nobody will sell more than 100 naira. Hello, sir?
Yeah, God's Time. But the idea here is not, they're not trying to fix a price. They are just saying that the profit margin should not be something that was outrageous. That's what they are saying.
At least if we have a fixed price, we will know what to do. Because it's just like this one selling, separate, this one selling, separate, this one will say that it's like this one will say like. The case, in fact, I'm confused.
I understand. God's Time. My guest will try and explain better. Aka Jehovah is in Port Harcourt. Good morning.
Good morning.
Aka Jehovah, is that your name?
That's my name.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning, everybody in the studio. Please, I want to say that the government in place is like beating a child and at the same time asking the child not to cry. Let me explain a little. For instance, the last time I checked, Nigeria, the ice fish you talked about last time, it's not from Nigeria. And if a woman got the ice fish for 4,000 or 3,000 naira and tried to cut it to make her gain inside of it, you can't come from nowhere to say that. What about the time wasted and the burning of fire she's taking up from there? That again. Okay, going back to the farmers. What has Nigerian government do to stop the herdsmen from going into the farm to rape women and also kill the women? That makes enough food, not even enough for people to eat. And the little one that will get, you go to the farm. You used to hear about bush market. They use vehicles. People will stay in the farm for many days before they will bring the stock back to the market for people to buy. They are inconvenience. The fear they spend, a lot of things they do. And you will come from nowhere to say that they should not spend, they should not sell the food stock social amount, but instead doing a kind of restraining them from selling what you want.
All right.
I think they are not being straightforward to us.
All right, I got you.
Because if for instance you make like last time. The president just come on board and announces the price of fuel and went back. Everything changed in the entire country. Okay, they come back. Instead of hearing the cry of the people to reduce the fuel price, they say they want to give us palliative.
Akajova, unfortunately, we don't have all the time. We get your points, but we have to end the call now and get back to my guest. We don't have a lot of time, but you already have made your point. Mr. Uchegbu, you heard most of these people. How wide is the scope of the FCCPC? Does it also include regulating the price for rents? You heard people talk about rice. You heard people talk about transportation cost, etc. Please, can you also clarify these for us? We have about 3 minutes to do that.
Okay, the scope of FCCPC stops only at what we describe as a consumer. So we are interested in actions that impact on the consumer as far as it's a consumer. So if you're a consumer, and the law that established FCCPC also tries to describe or let us know what a consumer is. By this law, I think section 167 tries to explain what a consumer is. A consumer includes any person who purchases or offers to purchase goods otherwise than for the purpose of resale, but does not include a person who purchases any goods for the purpose of using them the production or manufacture of any other goods or articles for sale, or to whom a service is rendered. That's what a consumer is. So this law covers any person that falls under that category. So hearing the reactions of Nigerians, you see, that's what I'm saying also, that we don't like taking action when we want to take the action. What we are only looking at is what has not been done. The thing is that these are policy issues. These are legal issues. You don't start doing something when you don't have the power to do them. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I don't want to go too much in or to react to answer some of the issues that they raised. But the major issue I know that somebody raised is the first person that asked the question that he hopes that these things will be driven down to those products that are usually needed by the poor of the society. And I say yes. You see, like I said, I came to Benin, as a Edo State. The first thing I did was the meeting.
All right, Mr. Uchegbu, hold the thoughts. The commercial is up again. After that, we wrap up.
Say goodbye to charging fees with Infinix Note 40. Fast
up here, and Jude will be coming in any moment from now to continue with Hello Port Harcourt. But before we go, let me remind you, my guest has been the zonal South zonal coordinator of the FCCPC, and a lot has been said so far. Mr. Uchegbu, thank you. We'll just allow you wrap things up for us in under the few minutes we have left on the show.
Okay. I just want to clear the air that we don't fix prices. Someone was saying, why can't we fix price of this? No, we don't fix price. But we want the forces of demand and supply to determine. So that's why we're saying that we want to see, make sure that you don't gouge the prices to the roof to now deal with the consumer that's buying that because maybe the goods are not many, or because there's an issue, or maybe coming to me at the fixed price. So somebody made mention that the father was selling something, and
I did. It was an experience in the petroleum sector.
Exactly. It's not only in the petroleum industry. I'm telling you, it cuts across factory, and that's what we are trying now to break. That's what we're trying now to break. So, but we're going to use the elements and what we have in the law to help us, and also plead with Nigerians to help us also in any way they can, whether by information or doing the right thing. So finally, I want us to at least get to know how to get to us. We have different platforms.
Okay.
Our address is at 16 Hastrop Street, Elegbam Orazi Link Road. Elegbam Orazi Link Road is towards the GRA, OGRA. Then we also have our website is on Facebook. Our handle, our South handle actually is south at fccpc.gov.ng. South at fccpc.gov.ng.
Okay.
Then we have some numbers.
All right, just give us one of the numbers. We're already out of time.
Okay, we have 0805 600 2020. 0805 600 2020.
All right, Mr. Uchegbu. One is okay. Thank you very much for your time. We'll keep in touch and follow with the development. Have a great day.
Thank you.
The World News is next. My name is Ifeemi Andrew. Good morning.